Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
Don't drop the soap, it's gonna get dirty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Which one's the Shadow Daddy? The sexy one? something K-hole.
I have so many conflicting feelings about Kale now.
Ooh, you and me both, brother.
I'm
back to thinking he's a whiny bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
I ended the book thinking, oh my God, he crawled to Irene. He saved her. He crawled to her. He sacrificed himself. I was impressed.
No, Ron, he's sacrificing himself.
And then I post our last episode and Cynthia's like, did you guys even touch on Kale cheating on Nezrin? And I'm like, what?
That's where I was... Did we cut all that out?
No, we didn't talk about it.
We really didn't?
I think it was because in my head they weren't in a relationship. But
they were. That's why she wrote the note.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a dirty little cheater.
And when I Googled it...
Well, technically he didn't fuck her.
So that's the thing. It depends on your definition of what cheating is.
Yeah,
and I
do
think
cheating.
It counts as cheating
if
there is implied relationship, even if it's not this, like, we are committed. It's just like, we are a thing, though.
No, she said,
he's working.
I'm not holding myself to promises. That means there were promises.
Yes,
it is commitment.
Either I missed it, I don't remember it. Something must have been said on their boat ride to this continent where he was promising her things. Like, I promised her adventure. And he's like, well, I'm glad she's going and getting it.
No, he was dating her, semi-dating her at the end of not last book before that.
I thought they were friends with benefits. I thought they were just fuck buddies.
I don't think so. Because of the way that he later describes using her as a placeholder.
There are a lot of Reddit threads about this. And people do think that he cheated. So
good. Good.
This is a thing. I can't believe that
we didn't talk about it. Man,
we didn't.
She's right.
But what I was feeling 30 minutes ago versus right now, very different. Because how the book ended versus really how it kind of started, he's different. He's the person he needed to be the whole time. And it sounds like on Reddit, this is called an infidelity trope. Like, this is who they're meant to be with, and now it's this person.
It's sort of the same thing that she did when she left K-Hole, when she went to sail over to where the Fae.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I think they both, because she's like, I'm on my way out of here. But it's like, he gave you the ring, you kind of half-ass broke up, but not really. And then you said you'd be back. That's how she left.
Well,
so I think they're both shitbirds.
And according to Kale, he waited for her.
He did. Yeah, well, this is where...
But did he, though? Because when she showed back up, Nezrin was there. She was floating around.
Well, I think he waited for a while. He didn't say I waited the whole time.
Oh.
He gave it a few weeks, you know?
Like, Irene's, like, sympathizing, like, sounds like you waited. And he's like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, dick got
no one
dry.
asked how long.
That's right. Didn't even towel it off. The dick dried itself.
Oh, my God, Ryan.
By the time it was dry, I knew it was time to look for someone else. Time to find the trusty hole of Nezrin.
He used her. And I love that Nezrin was like, I'm done. I'm focusing on myself. He used her time and time again.
Okay, now that sounds different to me than it does to you.
Well,
again and 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 again. And then the next day. Yeah, no, I stand by K-Hole's a dickhole.
But I also was so happy for Irene.
But this is where you get right back into it. People are not all good or all bad. He's not an all good character. He's not an all bad character. He's barely a primary character. If his legs would have been functioning, he wouldn't have got his own book.
He can't walk again.
Kinda.
Yeah.
He has a cane.
I was like, oh, he doesn't catch a break. It was like 2 chapters later. He barely got to walk.
He walks now with a cane.
Well, she's going to be healing. And they're even talking about the semantics of how is he going to fight while she's also healing.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it.
And he's going to, I think his plan is to be on a horse.
Yeah, jousting is his next thing. Get him the fuck out of here. This guy sucks. Teach him how to use a bow and arrow. He could do that from my wheelchair.
He should be on one of the rooks.
I don't think a rook wants to deal with him, and you would need core strength. It's like riding a bull, I imagine. You got to use your heels. Dig in.
I don't know. I like his approach to it. He is thankful that he was able to protect her and that it was all worth it.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I think he's fine. I want to start this off by also apologizing for thinking Saswilically. What's his name?
Sartak?
There we go. Sartak. Yeah. I thought Sartak was going to be a dickhead. I was so wrong.
Completely wrong.
So wrong. But then chapter 48 happens.
Oh, wait. You were also wrong about Caution being...
Yeah, whatever.
That.
All right, fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I was wrong on a couple things.
Oh,
but I was
you wanna
so right. So right. Ryan's ready to receive his flowers. Everybody, if you didn't know before this point, spoilers ahead. We said it earlier. I've been spoiling since the second book. Maeve is a Volg. I was wrong. She's not a Volg king. She's a Volg queen. She's a lady. I misgendered her. But I did get her species correct.
You were right.
Dude, I was so hyped when I heard that. I was at work. I stopped what I was doing in the middle of drilling a hole in concrete to text you.
You were also right that the Volg are parasites.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, that too.
That also.
Look at me go. Wow. See, now it seems like Ryan got all these crazy things right if I didn't immediately just say the 2 things I got wrong in last episode. There's so many things I've gotten wrong. But that one, I felt so vindicated. Because I was like, man, we're getting right to the end of this. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to walk that back. That one, I'm like, I've been too committed for too long.
I don't know when you first said that.
Book 2. Almost immediately.
Was she even introduced in book 2? Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was a big part of book 2. I don't consider Assassin's Blade book 2.
The signs are all there, and I ignored all of them. She's super fucking old.
I fucking pointed that out, and you said, I know exactly where this really veered left. I thought I found hard proof, and then Aelin talked to Brannon, and you were like, no, he said she's not a Volg. And I'm like, how the fuck? He said he doesn't know anything about her, and then said, no, probably not. I was like, this guy's, he's just giving us bad information. And it turns out he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how she was able to...
With great difficulty and a hint of malice.
Hide that she was a Volg from Brannon in his death.
What do you mean?
He was dead, and he still didn't know?
How would he know?
I don't know. I assume the dead can just know these things.
What dead person would have known that she was Volg?
The gods?
How would they have known she was Volg?
I don't know.
She showed up and she outlived him. I don't think anybody knew she was Volg. Except for the other Volg creatures, and I don't think they go to the same heaven everybody else does.
Do we feel bad for Maeve that she's running away from her husband?
No.
And did all of this?
Nope. I don't feel bad for her at all. I think if you go in... So I am fully in support of women doing what they need to do to protect themselves. 1,000%. Now I'm going to say this and walk that back just a little bit. Within reason.
Enslaving people.
If a woman
is
was...
a line.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of... I think that's definitely one of them. You know, if a lady's like, I want my husband to leave me alone, so I murdered our children so he would be a little terrified of me, I would be like, well, I think you went a little far.
A little?
You know, there were other ways. But at this point, she has an army. She has everything she needs to be successful. And her goal is to go back.
Is it?
That's why the spider ladies are waiting for her.
Oh, I thought she's just been hiding and wanted... Yeah, what is her plan?
She's killed everybody except Erewhon.
Her husband and the other brother were sent back by her.
I think they were either sent back or killed. Because the lady said that she defeated them. And then Erewhon's left.
Yeah.
Like...
Where is Erewhon?
Where isn't he? He's sort of omniscient. He's in the vault.
Yeah, I thought I heard he was like in this ocean spot and then under a mountain spot. I think he's in the mountain
Hey,
spot.
you know what? There's a cool song about this. You're an ocean. You know that song?
We've made it 10 minutes
I'm
in.
just saying. Not really about this, but you know the song I'm talking about?
No, I never do.
Oh, go to your thing.
God damn it. That is so silly. That has nothing to do with
Not
the
even a
plot.
little bit, but you said he's in the ocean. I mean, or Ocean Man by Ween. That could be a good one for him. Oh, that actually would be very funny to me. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Go, just look this up for me. We can delete it in post, but this one I know you know.
What song?
Ocean Man by Ween.
This is really funny.
Ocean
in
Man.
reference to Erewhon.
If he had like Poseidon-y powers, dude, I'd be all about that.
So what do you think of the book overall?
Man, I like the second half so much more than the first half. So much more. I also feel a little bit biased because I got pretty vindicated right there at the end. Like,
I didn't even know what to do when I found that out about Maeve. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
in the Rook mom, dude, I think I'm into her.
The Rook mom?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Sartak's mother person?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in.
I think I'm into it. She's just like a wise old lady, but strong and kind of scary.
She had like 3 lines in the book.
Yeah, but she appeared to be a strong and imposing figure, and everybody was
Yes.
like, whoa. And I'm just into that. And she didn't waste any time with nonsense. Like, she was polite as necessary, but not overly so. Like, she was, I don't know. I'm a big fan. Big fan. And I imagine she is like Jane Lynch. You can Google it.
Okay, that is hilarious.
And, you know, you're into it not because she's attractive, but there's something about the charisma.
She's charming.
She's terrifying. And I find that arousing. Not arousing. That makes it sound like I'm boned up. That's not the case. I'm interested in her. Not in that way. I don't know how to word this.
What do you think about Sartak and Nezrin's whole deal?
I don't care about him.
Oh.
Sorry. I think it's so stupid. He said this just the most absurdly dumb thing in the world. I loved you when I heard about you, before I ever met you. What? No, then you don't actually love her. You liked the idea of a person who you heard stories about.
She's like
That's not the person.
famous.
Exactly.
And
You think you love Henry Cavill, or do you think you like who you see presented as Henry Cavill?
And that's kind of how I imagined how he likes her. That she's famous. He's heard about her. He wants to meet her.
Yeah, and he's still all Twitter-pated about it.
Yeah.
But to be like, I loved you before I saw you, like, okay, your love means nothing. Like, clearly it's based off of nothing.
Both relationships moved really fast.
Yeah, well, that's because they heard they only had one more book. They were like, dude, I think the next book's going to mostly be us fighting Maeve. We better create some sort of real togetherness so that we can build tragedy for the next book.
Well, I think it was only about 6 weeks that Nezrin was gone.
That's all it takes.
She was gone for 3 weeks, and then there was another 3-week period, I believe.
And don't worry, Nezrin's been on birth control since she was just a
So
teenager.
Weird. I think that was in
What
the
the fuck
first
is going on?
batch of chapters. Like, Kaol, why are you sharing her business to Irene? She's like, well, I can get you this. He's like, oh, no, she's fine. She's been on birth control since she was 14. I'm like, TMI? Not your business to share.
Yeah, no, this guy, but she's a doctor.
Yeah. A god even.
Well,
Doctor.
turns out she's inherited some godlike power.
Yes, that explains how she got through it in 2 years.
Does it?
That's what they said. I thought 2 years was normal.
This is a smart guy situation. Do you remember the Disney show Smart Guy?
No.
Oh, it was about this like 12-year-old that finished college or was in college or some shit. So he was a smart guy.
Show about it?
Yeah. It was like a series. Raven Simone's brother or something
Okay.
played him.
And he
I'm
got
getting
done
that
with school in 2 years?
Well, yeah, he finished high school before he was like 12. And then he was in his like second year of college or something for the show. It was crazy. And I think he was there for like 4 years or as long as that show ran. I guess if he was going for a PhD, it would make sense, but he didn't breeze through that evidently. But yeah, she's just, real healing prodigy.
Well, that was the whole bit, was that she has alien level power, but with healing.
But does she?
I don't know how they plan on being healers for this war. I don't know what they're healing. Like, she was talking about wanting to heal all the people who have Vogue inside of them, now that she knows how to do it.
Yeah, they attack him like the decay hole. It's like a psychological deworming.
But with Duva, she was drained after one person.
Well, yeah, but it's one at a time. You're only going to heal the most important people.
I'm wondering if she's going to figure out how to remake those rings. She's going to get that one ring that protects you.
I did like that. I didn't pick up on it either, that it would have been made for somebody other than her husband, according to the legend. And she's like, that doesn't fucking sound right.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, I didn't pick up on that. You're right, that doesn't sound right.
Like, why would someone make this?
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry, I made this for your brother. Don't make it weird. I don't know. It was amazing. It was like, shit, she snuck one past me. Snuck a couple past me, to be fair. I also was not prepared for it to be the pregnant sister.
No.
I didn't see that coming at all.
And the pregnant sister even said so. Never suspect me.
Yeah, and I was like, son of a bitch. She's right. I didn't see it being her because I wanted to believe the baby in her tummy is innocent. She's like, yeah, murdered this baby. I'm like, what? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't know that baby.
Her stomach's all cut up. I'm like, stop.
Yeah. Also, I'm like, I think we should just, like, if guns were real at this point, you just shoot that one in the face. You're like, the baby's not going to make it anyway. And if it is born, it'll be some sort of weird little demon baby. Do you think? Like, let somebody else have a different royal baby.
I was really surprised the demon, little Vogue, didn't take over the baby.
Maybe it has. We won't know. And that's where the movie Baby Geniuses picks up on the whole thing
it's
after.
Confirmed.
I'm just telling you that the movie Baby Geniuses. Do you remember this movie?
I do remember that because it was my first time
seeing talking babies.
No, it's the first one with that little sperm scene in the beginning.
Is that your first time seeing a sperm?
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
You know what? Now that I think about it, I hadn't seen any at that point either.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, this is somebody else raised a very good, completely side point here. I saw this TikTok of this comedian lady, and she's like, it's kind of weird if you think about having a son. She's like, you're just slowly inviting a man in your house. I'm like, oh, that's a really good point. Like, yeah, you have a little boy, and as he grows into a man, you're like trying to keep him there. And then I looked over at our tiny man. I'm like, oh, look at him. Oh, it's crazy. Sorry. Side note over.
You missed him, and he's just like right over there.
I know. He's 25 feet, and yet so far.
Oh.
I know. I like that guy a lot. Moving on. He's not a Vogue baby, but we do have one of those. No, I'm just teasing. The demon's got it. I love that one too. But no, would you, if you were in this situation, abort your sister and her child?
I don't know. I think this is a really good point right here. Kale sounds like he's made it through in understanding Aelin, where she was coming from with murdering, right?
Yes.
But who he ultimately fell for is someone that will not kill. Like, that is just against everything that she stands for. And he likes that.
Yeah, and I think it's okay that he grew from that. But also, I would argue she's just not been properly motivated.
She almost was. Like, I thought she was gonna. I think at one point she was standing on Duba, or like above her. And then that's when the other lady did this little sleep thing.
Mariska Hargitay.
Yeah, just like a little go to sleep.
Goose for
like Mantis in.
Oh, yeah, the emotional manipulation.
Yeah, she was able to put her to sleep.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder how that power actually works.
It didn't make sense. I didn't think healers could do that until that very moment.
Just short circuit your ass.
Well, this is, I was like, wait, Maeve can do all of this? We're just now?
Maeve could do anything.
That tells us all the things that Erewhon can do.
I don't know that they have the same power set.
Okay. I'm like, you've just introduced new rules. What do you mean we can manipulate minds and memories?
Well, so I think they can manipulate minds and memories. I do think that's something they have in common. but I think that their power sets probably branch off. You know how like the Fae all have super good hearing and super good sight? I imagine it's just a similar thing for the mind manipulation. The old Jedi mind trick. But I imagine they also have different power sets, like how Rowan can turn into a bird and shit on cars. And Aileen cannot.
Maeve can do some extra stuff.
Yeah, Maeve could shit on a bus. Bigger bird.
I do want to ask you, what would you rate this book just off the bat?
God, it's going to come off harsh. It's not supposed to, but it's going to come off harsh. I think because I felt so vindicated, I'm going to bump it up a little bit. And I liked the last half of this book quite a lot. I'm going to say 3.6, 3.7.
Out of 10 or 5?
5. Not out of 10, out of 5.
2.5.
Man, I knew, but the first part, I would have been there with you. It was a 2.5 really is take it or leave it. And I do feel like I enjoyed the second half more than I was ambivalent to it. The first half I was completely ambivalent to.
I would really enjoy rereading this series to look for all the things that I missed. This seems like a really fun series to reread, but I would still probably skip this one.
This is a time commitment. I do think overall this book the last two have lost me pretty hard. And I think some of it is the power scaling is so odd. Now, I liked our shapeshifter dude. I liked that he came back.
Oh, yeah.
I was wrong about who he was. I don't remember who I guessed who he was before.
But he's related to Lysandra.
Yes, he's her dad.
No, uncle.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Because he said, I've been trying to find my niece?
I think so.
Not daughter?
Yeah, I think niece.
You're right. It would be niece because he wasn't sure if she would have shape-shifting powers, but he's like, but it runs in the family. He's not as powerful as Lysandra is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'm glad we got that. Our girl Lysandra just catching wins. And at first, I thought he was going to die for a bit in this book. I was a little worried for him.
Oh, I thought he did. I thought we left him and he was dead back in that burned up area with all the spiders. And all of a sudden, he's having a conversation with Nezra. And I'm like, oh, you're back. I thought you died. I got to go rewrite my note.
No, remember they had trouble bringing him back on the Rook.
Yeah, it's not
like all the dead weight.
Well, he had a whole scene of delaying time and they were having this conversation. And I was like, all right.
Tell her.
Bye.
She cool.
No,
give her all of my invaluable silk. Or priceless silk, probably.
Oh my god. Our first note is the one that you gave. You texted it to me. Please write this down. Nezrin is a world-class opera singer.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? Prestige worldwide. Every time. Twice in the second half of this book it came up. She's like, well, well, no, but I can sing for you. And then she just brings down the house and everybody's crying and teary-eyed. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys listening to? Who sings a cappella and everybody's that excited for?
I don't know. Do they have music that they play? Yeah, they clearly do. Yes, they do. There's like a whole opera thing in the other location.
Yeah, don't other people play instruments? I don't think the Rook camp exactly. I think it's like the Berenstein Bears up in that place. Like there's a couple makeshift banjos. And they're like, yeah, don't worry, we'll back you up. That's what I imagine is happening. It's straight up dueling banjos in the background. A couple people on pan flutes, really bringing it down. There's some jazz flute, and she's up there singing like it's a salty, smoky bar. You know what I'm talking about? Like a smoky jazz bar.
I was thinking of the pressure of standing in front of everyone who just asked you to share a story. And you're like, I'm going to sing.
Yeah, you mind telling us the story? I really couldn't, but I could sing it for you. What?
And then she sings. And if I was like sitting there, that would be, oh my God.
What did you imagine she was singing?
I don't even know. I think I felt cringe because I didn't imagine her as a good singer. I'm like, no, stop it. She's a good singer.
She's the best.
She's shocking. Like if you were sitting there around a campfire, you would be gawking at how incredible that just was.
It's a fucking Catalina wine mixer. Okay, she's Brennan in this. I think when I envision her singing, it's Enya. That's the only one I can think of where if I just heard it, I'd be like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
Which song?
Oh, that's a great question. Honestly, any of them. Enya, I can listen to the whole Enya album and never know what song I'm listening
How do you spell Enya?
to. E Y A. I have no idea.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. That really reshaped how I imagined that scene.
That's what I had to, but I still found it so weird. We're like, okay, yeah, she's the world's greatest marksman with a bow and has the voice of an angel.
I love it.
It's incredible. I can see why Sartek fell in love with her before he ever heard her.
You were such a butthole.
Fucking idiot. The whole thing. I'm so excited to get back into books where it's actually about romance because I cannot wait to beat up Akatar.
I'm actually so excited.
Me too. Because of like, oh man, finally, like I can beat the shit out of these in these books. I feel bad about them.
No, I'm excited to reread Akatar, right? Going back to Feyre. However, Aelin is so much cooler than Feyre.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, that's sure.
In case you're this deep into this and you don't know who Feyre is.
Yeah.
You're right. Aelin is way more badass than Feyre. I would say the way the power set works in this world is less cool, though. It's less defined.
Sure.
Like a character like Dorian. Dorian is such an oddball character to me because I think I love that he can be so badass, but I'm so frustrated by the lack of definitive nature to his power. And there's a lot of super badass women in this, which I like, but I'm also like, okay, so we've got this gaggle of badass women. How are they all going to interact?
What do you mean?
Most of them are heavily driven by ego.
I think, no.
You're going to tell me Manon and Nezrin are going to be two peas in the proverbial pod.
They don't need to be two peas in a pod. I actually think Manon's going to die in the next book.
I kind of hope Nezrin does, too.
They might. They all just go down in Aelin's flames.
Go down on Aelin. I thought that was a different book. No, I don't think. Manon's not going anywhere. Dorian has suffered enough loss. It won't. They already killed off his woman. No, in an ideal world, Aelin and Rowan die. Or get transported to the Vogue dimension and we never get to hear from them again.
It's a terrible ending.
Would it be? If they took Erwan with them?
Oh my god, Aelin has to die. That was the whole thing. She has to die. Is she gonna die?
Well, what version of her must die? Is it the version of her that is Aelin? Is it the version of her that's Selena? She has a million aliases and I think maybe actual personalities. I find Aelin to be non-compelling at this point.
What? I love Aelin.
Yeah, I know you do.
I saw this phrase and I related it to the book and I realized that Aelin fits this, but I don't in the way that I wish that I did. A hero will sacrifice the person they love to save the world, but a villain will sacrifice the world to save the person they love.
Right. That's the whole thing of, it's the duality.
Wait, that wasn't what I thought the phrase was. I think I searched the wrong one. I thought a hero was just willing to save the world, but a villain was
willing to sacrifice it.
Yeah.
It stands to reason. Now, the best villains are the ones that are motivated not by love.
What? Why?
It makes them not really a villain. You can kind of see where they're coming from. You can empathize. I think that makes you a good character as far as the writing goes, if we can empathize with the villain. But it also makes you not really the villain that I want to deal with.
Maybe that's Erwan's motive. She killed his brother.
Yeah, tough shit. The rest of us have been dealing with people dying all the time. I don't see it as the same. I don't know. There's probably nothing they could do to make me think, yeah, Erwan's our guy. But also, Maeve. I imagine there's going to be a slight moment where, like, Maeve kind of has redemption. Ish. When it comes to the big battle here.
Yeah, I don't know. So Aelin has to fight Maeve and Erwan?
No. If Aelin's not a dummy, she's going to convince them to fight each other. And you fight who's left.
Wasn't that her move at the beginning of this entire series? What was her?
That was the plan when she went traveling around. Was it would be like, hey, we're gonna intervene here and there, protect people, but those two are gonna clash, and then we'll take who's left.
Was that her plan? I thought her plan was to go after the biggest.
Well, that was kind of her game plan. Was to take the fight to Erewhon.
No,
to take the fight to Maeve.
No. I'm talking about early, like
first book.
First book in those challenges.
She just killed a king. She saw him as the ultimate bad guy and why her parents were dead.
We had a whole conversation about her tactic in those games.
Oh, yeah. No, in the individual fights, the idea was that, yeah, she would take down the toughest dude.
Was it, or was it to let them fight each other? No, because Kale kept telling her, you need to go kind of under the radar. She's like, no.
Yeah, K-Hole's the one that literally said, let them take each other out.
That was Kale's
you
plan.
Get in there. Yeah, and again, a good plan. There's a reason why he was captain of the King's Guard at 22 years old. Whatever. The dude can strategize. But everybody's faith in Aelin, I really enjoyed. She's almost a religious figure to these people.
Yeah, they've been pushing us that direction for some time.
Yeah, and I like to hear that these other characters have this unfettered loyalty. I'm struggling with understanding where it comes from.
I think the gods.
What do you mean?
I think the gods have been playing in this whole thing and how it's playing out. Like Aelin connecting with Irene when she was 16 was fate or the gods playing that, and then that builds Irene's faith in Aelin. And then all these other times where she's just touching base with all these people, it's the gods.
I just don't understand why somebody like K-Hole believes so endlessly in Aelin. And when it was tested, he also didn't. Like, he says these things, he's advocating for her. He goes before the Kawasaki. What's his name? The big kahuna.
Yep.
You don't have it either.
Coggin.
Oh, shit. Good job. So he goes before the Coggin. And while the kids are grilling him about stuff, they're like, oh, so would you stake her life on the fact that Aelin is all these things you just said? And he's like, nope.
That wasn't the question.
It basically was. They said you could do that, you would guarantee this. He's like, yep, I would guarantee that she wouldn't do this.
I thought it had something to do, she wouldn't kill. Oh, no, it was, can you promise that she won't just take our army versus earn it? And he's like, no, I actually can't promise that she's not going to just come
he
take
literally did promise. And then they said, would you put her life on that? He made this promise like 3 times in a row. Made this big grandiose statement about how he knows Aelin. And then they're like, well, would you stake Irene's life on it? And he's like, And he just stayed quiet.
I'm going to go find it.
Yeah. And this was before he came up with it.
Chapter 36.
There we go. First half.
Heal said to Urus, Great Coggin, I know some might spin these tidings to appear to Aelin's disadvantage, but I swear to you, the Queen of Terrasen means only to liberate our land. My king would not ally with her if it were otherwise.
Would you swear it, though?
Azar mused.
Swear on Irene's life?
Heal blinked at the princess.
From all you have seen, Azar went on, all you've witnessed of her character, would you swear it upon Irene Towers' life? That Aelin Galathinius might not use such tactics? Might not try to take armies rather than raise them? Including our own? Say yes. Say yes.
Heal didn't so much as look at Irene as he stared down Hussar. Then Argan. The Coggin and his viziers pulled apart. Heal said nothing. Swore nothing. Hussar's small smile was nothing short of triumphant.
I thought so.
You see what I mean?
I forgot what we were arguing.
I think you're technically correct that I took it as he wouldn't swear on her life that Aelin was a good guy, basically.
Yes.
I stand by that.
And
That's kind of the long and short of what their questioning was.
And I think that's been his whole deal with Aelin, is that he just doesn't agree with the way that she does things. But he was like, well, my king wouldn't align with her and all this other stuff. But I think it's
But then
later.
wouldn't swear to it.
He wouldn't
Would not swear to that.
But I think it's later when he's being healed that final time that he works through understanding Aelin more. And that's when he got more emotional of when seeing that note with Irene from Aelin of like, Aelin's got this.
Yes, but here's my thing with that. He doesn't really know Aelin.
Nobody does.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody has all this faith. They don't really know Aelin. They each know somebody else who is sort of tangentially Aelin. You've been fooled by so many people at this point in your life. The king, who turned out to be a literal monster. Maeve, who's been running the Fae kingdom.
I thought your point was everyone has faith in Aelin and it doesn't make sense. And then here's Chaol who doesn't have faith in Aelin and now he finally does.
I said he does have this unbelievable amount of faith in Aelin. And then when it's really, truly brought down to these stakes, you find out he doesn't really. Like at the point where he would have bet her life on it. He doesn't have that much faith, but it is presented leading up to that point, including in that conversation. There's not a doubt in his mind, not a flicker. So I guess what I struggle with in this is all of these people have all of this faith in somebody who has really not shown them honesty.
Wait, are you just critiquing Aelin right now?
Yeah, well, I'm critiquing all the characters. This is stupid.
What?
I think they're all a little bit dumb.
Oh.
Don't you think?
No.
This is like believing in a politician. Aelin is literally a politician to them.
No, I think Aelin is willing to sacrifice herself to save everyone.
Has she showed that?
Yeah.
How?
By creating this silly story at the end of the last book in order for everyone to believe she's still alive so she could fulfill that plan.
What are you talking about?
Where she's pretending to be, where Lysandra's pretending to be her. It's because she plans on sacrificing herself. She's aware.
Leading up to that moment, because Chaol doesn't know anything about that. Nobody else knows anything about this, including her now husband. Nobody was informed of this.
No, but
how would they have this faith in her that she is willing to do that? We can't take it from what we know. Take it from what they know. These people are all terrible decision makers.
What? I think they're making a good decision.
Well, I think it ended up being a good decision. I'm just saying.
What other choice do they have against Erewhon and Maeve?
I think...
Who else stands a chance? You have to have faith in her.
I think you...
I think you sound like Hussar, where she's just like, really, that sounds like a big old you guys problem over there.
No. I'm not suggesting that they don't align with Aelin. I'm suggesting you can align with Aelin and not buy in. Okay, good example.
That sounds like Hussar. Hussar doesn't sound like she has this undying faith in Aelin. She just aligns with her.
Correct. And I think that that's the best way to approach this so far. The way of approaching this where you have this incredible faith in who she is as a person that exists in all the books leading up to this seems really misplaced.
I think there's only a handful of people that have that type of faith.
Dude,
there's Lysandra, Rowan, and
Chaol leading up to this moment. We're left to believe that Chaol leading up to this, and then after this.
I didn't think Chaol has really been like that.
And we've got Dorian, who currently trusts her with everything. We've got you're right. Lysandra is a good example. Lysandra,
there was some other girl. Who's the girl with the limp?
That's what I'm saying
about her.
Yeah,
what's her name?
Irene. No. The busty young one that keeps getting brought up. Yeah, why can't I remember her name? Lorcan's girlfriend. I can remember Lorcan now, though. That's good. Actually, I'm with Lorcan. The more I'm thinking about it, as far as trust goes, Lorcan's maybe the right guy.
What is her name?
Nobody knows. Or not.
She had a whole fucking storyline.
There was a huge storyline. But yeah, her, who has faith in Aelin through very little but rumor.
Elide.
Damn it. It's ironic.
I think Elide is one of the few people that has the level of faith that you're describing. I think everyone else is less than
I
that.
think maybe it is less, but when you look at the information they trust her with, the decision making they just trust her with, there is no ancillary sort of backup strategy. There isn't even an attempt to make one.
There
It
is
is,
no other
we're
option.
putting all of our eggs in that basket.
What's
Bullshit.
her nickname?
You can
The
do both.
fire-breathing bitch?
What? No, Aelin Firebringer.
No, it's the name that
The fire-breathing bitch
the
queen?
Assassin King gave her.
Yeah, fire-breathing bitch queen. Or
There we go.
Which-
Who else do you put your faith in other than that person?
You know what? You can have
And-
faith in that person. You're not doing all of it.
And not only that, at this point, you are riling me up, and I know it. But she also was on a boat and just like launched flame into the sky, god level power. Yeah. Who are you going to
She
align
literally
with?
was possessed by a god in doing so.
They don't know that though. They
The
think
people
that
on the boat did. The people on the boat knew. The people who saw the fire and lived to tell the tale know what happened.
But still,
And then she was, so week afterward, she was taken prisoner by Maeve.
they don't know that part yet.
The people that were on the boat know that now.
No, I have even more faith in Aelin than the start of this conversation. Oh yeah,
Crazy.
Aelin
You've been
is fucking
indoctrinated.
powerful.
She's very powerful. But that creates monsters.
What?
Centralized power is a negative thing.
Whatever.
You don't think that's true?
Yeah, that's the whole thing that they're having conversations about with Aelin. Like once you get through all of this, let's say she lives, they're like, you will be considered a god with all the
You
shit
don't
that
think
you've
the
been doing.
Coggin kids are asking necessary questions?
Yes, they are asking necessary questions.
I think they did a great job. I'm on the side of the Coggin kids.
Oh, okay.
I think their very tentative reaction to pairing up with Aelin for the benefit of this war,
Yeah.
and then having ancillary plans outside of Aelin.
But I also think that it's fair that Kael wasn't willing to make that promise because she did take
Yes.
over armies.
Yes, no,
Also-
I think this is a moment of sanity for Cahole.
Who's the ginger girl that I always imagine as Firecracker from the TV show The Boys?
Oh, shit.
She's from the Red Desert.
Yeah. That's the, I always think of her as riding briar horses.
Yeah.
What's her name?
She has like an army that she
Yeah.
brought, and she just took another one.
Yeah, no, she's the
Just
actual.
took it. Yeah, she just ended up, but that's under
And
Aelin's
she
name.
also has this great thing of just believing in Aelin endlessly. The girl who she knew for several weeks. She's like, that's the one.
I don't think she believes in her. She has a life debt that she owes. So she
You don't
has
bring
to.
armies for a fucking life debt. You trade your life. You don't trade thousands of lives for a life. You don't owe her thousands of people's lives. That's crazy. I owe her a life debt. No, she waited half a second before she shot an arrow. Yeah, she could have murdered you. She left it up to chance a little bit. She played roulette and you won. Like, great. There wasn't a cross breeze that carried the arrow into your back. Good. Like, what do you want? I don't know, man. I think it's great. I just think at this point the book it's so long in the tooth. And there's some great parts. Again, I agree. Aelin, super cool. Her power set, amazing. The bad guy's power set, arguably cooler. The Lorcan has the coolest powers of everybody. What's your power? Death. What type of death? Instant. Like, it just is what it is. That's it. Coolest dude here. I think I don't like Rowan.
What?
Rowan had one badass moment.
I miss Rowan. I miss Aelin. I want to get back to learning about them and hanging
I
out
want
with
to
them.
because it moves the plot forward. Nothing anybody's doing on this place is doing anything for the plot.
Now there's a massive fucking army. They got two I think two armies.
One of those groups, in the book that we just read, couldn't even beat up the fucking mountain spiders. Like, what the fuck you people want?
What do you
And they found fey weapons.
No.
Now, again, what's his name again?
Sartak?
Cerulean. There we go. Sartak.
Cerulean.
Cerulean. So Sartak's den sister, whatever, wing sister, you know what I'm trying to say.
I do. Hearth mother.
No, the sister. They share a hearth.
Borte.
Borte.
Bort.
Bart. All right, so his sister Bart. I think she's rad. I like her. She shows up with swords, She cuts up spider people. She's doing cool shit. She's great. She hasn't burst into a fucking song one time. This is not a Disney thing. Now, Nesrin is a goddamn Disney princess. She's breaking out into song and shooting arrows. Who's the Disney princess that was Brave? She's just Myrda, don't you think? A little bit? Would she be more or less interesting with a Scottish accent?
Oh, she would be.
More interesting?
I like the voice actor's accent for the spiders.
Honestly, I think... All right, I'm going to make some haters out of this. Female voice actors in these books are better than single male voice actors narrating these books. If you're going to have a single narrator, the way this voice actor is able to come up with male voices that seem male while I'm listening is so much better. I have yet to have heard a convincing female voice from a male voice actor.
I know what you mean. It's you in your voice. I'm like,
other than Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah, I really like his voices.
Yeah, Jeff Hayes, unbelievable. That dude is different. He's a freak in nature.
How was the last book?
Oh my god. Oh, that's the other thing I did this week. So I finished this book and I finished the most recent Dungeon Crawler. It started off wrong to me.
Oh no.
Weirdly. Like, just side note, guys. I know you guys aren't into this, but give me 5 minutes. Skip ahead if you don't like it. The first part of this book felt like it was written because it had to be. And by chapter 20, I was so fucking engrossed. And there's 100 chapters in it. It was amazing. Incredible. The way it all worked out at the end was amazing. I giggled a little bit, which I almost never giggle at a book.
When you're saying this book, you're referencing the most recent Dungeon Crawler.
Yes. Yeah, the most recent, book 8 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
What would you rate it?
5. I did rate it 5.
A 5 out of 5?
Yeah. It's 5 out of 5. It's perfect.
The entire series?
I didn't know what I wanted. And I think this is actually a fair point even with this book and other books. The challenging thing is we as readers have critiques, but we don't actually know what we want. Does that make sense?
Yes, because I was kind of feeling that way about this book of like, oh, I don't want this series to end. Well, here's this book that is elongating the series, not moving too much forward in the plot other than deepening your understanding of their relationships and the inner workings of everyone. And you're being whiny about it. And I'm like, I need to knock that off.
Yeah. And I feel the same way. I feel like that's kind of what I was doing, even Dungeon Crawler Carl, when I finished the 8th book. I'm like, shit, man, I bet there's only going to be 10 books in that series. Let's say 12. I will listen to every book. But at a certain point, I'm going to go, fuck, man. It's just too much. You can't possibly... You've got to learn to accept that there's an end to things, and you have to know where to end it. And what would be good for me is not necessarily good for you. Like this book,
This will be our first book that will have an ending that we've read.
Which book? Oh, this series.
This series is the only one that we've read that will have an end. Everything we've been reading is unfinished.
Well, to be fair, it's different for you and I. I finished Mistborn. I finished books. Okay. I like standalone books as well. Also, just as another quick little book news side note, I believe there's another Serpent Feathers coming out.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Crown of Nyaxia series.
Yeah. I really wish we could get into that one.
Yeah, I am 2 books deep in that, and I would love to keep going. It's a good series so far. And with that, welcome back. If you skipped ahead, you missed a little Dungeon Crawler Carl news. I didn't give anything away, but you're missing out. It's amazing. You should start Dungeon Crawler Carl after you finish Mistborn.
We went through chapter 29 all the way to like chapter 68. We went part 1, part 2 of this book.
Yeah.
This goes back to Nesrin and Sartaq meet with the Rukin. That sounds like the group.
They go to the caves.
Yes.
Yeah, mountain caves.
And Borte is the granddaughter and heir of Sartaq's hearth mother, Ulin. Okay. There's a man there who is a guest of the hearth mother, a merchant called Falcon, and he is there throughout the entire the rest of this book.
And man, what an endearing character.
I kept ignoring him every time I'm like, yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm like, oh, you are hanging around.
He's important.
Yeah, he's going into the next book.
He's the only reason we still have Nezrin and Sartak.
Yep.
He's done definitive good things twice in a row.
Vulcan asked about her connection to Westfall. He's a suspicious dude. Sartak can braid better than Nezrin. I like that little fun fact. Did you know this?
Yeah, because she's dog shit at it, but also she has really tiny short hair. It's brought up that it's easier to upkeep when your hair is short, and I would agree.
Do you know Sartak's Rook's name?
Yeah, it is Olive.
Kadara.
Damn it, I was so close.
Do you know?
Same.
Do you know how old they are when they learn how to ride?
4.
Yes.
Yeah, no countdown necessary. Baby, I got that one.
So Nezrin and Sartak are training. Orte challenged her skill, and Nezrin's nickname by her mother was...
She who floats on the wind or something like that. Wind Watcher, the Wind Waker.
Windseeker.
There we go.
In the Hearth Mother, this is one that you really enjoyed, correct? Hulin shares info of dark forces and Rookness are being raided by Stygian spiders.
The Stygian.
Yeah, and the last time they were discussed was in a couple books ago in Aurelia.
The first time they were discussed was an Assassin's Blade. And that's when we figure out where she's getting the material for super suit.
And these are very different spiders.
Same spiders, different colonies.
Yes.
Those spiders went down and became semi-civilized. These spiders decided our roots are being evil monsters. Let's just be evil monsters. Let's not fuck around. They are loyal to Maeve. And it leads me to believe that the other Vestigium spiders are not.
They're not. They're loyal to Erewhon. And I believe we already know this.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that. It's weird that they deal in lives, age.
Yeah. I think that they feed off of their age.
Time energy.
Yeah. And the other spiders that made that deal with Falcon will do exchanges for it. And I think it's so they can get more. So, I don't know. People come to them.
I want to say, where the fuck are these other ones getting it? Oh, because the baby Root. They're just living off of them.
Ew. Vulcan shows them the spider silk that he traded 20 years of his life for. He must kill the spider to regain it back in training from the root.
Well, hold on. He thinks that that's what he must do. He actually has no idea.
No, he doesn't. He just is
He's like, I assume if I murder the spider that did it, I'll get my life back.
He loses 20 years, and he's spent how many years now trying to get here to learn how to train? I think that's why he's there.
Only 27 years old.
Yeah, and he looks 37.
He looks 47.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. He looks 37, that old fuck. But yeah, where she's like, well, he's clearly an older man, but quite handsome. Like, okay. And then he's like, I'm only 27. I just look like this. And I'm like, I don't think, when I think back to being 27, unless the next decade is really, really rough for me, I think I would be cool with it.
Yeah.
You can take that. Like, take it out of the middle. I don't care.
That seems to be what happened.
Yeah.
But he's out to just spend his time learning how to kill them for 20 years back.
Just think he could have been practicing shapeshifting.
Or he could just be enjoying his life rather than losing 20 years trying to kill them to gain 20 years.
Well, he'd be dead by then. Might as well just try to get your time back. Think about it this way. If he only spends 5 years trying to find cool ways to kill the spiders, he still gets 15 years back on the top of that. That's not bad.
The math
return on
checks out.
investment's pretty good.
We learn from Ulin, the word gate opened in the Tavan Mountains, letting in the Volg and creatures, and Queen Maeve defeated the 3 Volg kings. That's also inaccurate. She clearly didn't.
And she says that I don't know a lot, and what I do know may not be entirely true. It's just word of mouth passed down.
Yeah, none of these stories are making sense. Watchtowers were built. So chapter 32, Irene and Kaal look in the library for more answers for him, and they need to go to an oasis. I think I must have been falling asleep during this. I thought they were going to go look for this exoskeleton thing for, like, movement. Like,
You thought they were getting him a super suit?
Yeah, why did I think that? Was there some mention of like how did the ancient people do this, or
I don't know.
why would they
That may have been uttered. I don't remember Iron Man being in this book.
Okay, never mind.
You could be totally right. A magical exoskeleton seems like the way that he's going to be able to fight in battle. Does seem like a better option than a horse.
I was trying to figure out why they're going to the Oasis. I wonder if I was falling asleep.
The Oasis is for her birthday party.
For her or Hassar's birthday party?
No, it's hers.
Okay, but they need an invite from Hassar to go use that place?
Yes. Well, okay, yeah. There's also, they wanted to go to the Oasis to look in these ruins and stuff nearby or something like that. I don't remember how that all played out, but more or less, Hassar's like, hey, good news, guys. We're going to the Oasis for your birthday, bitch. And she's like, okay, can I bring a +1? And she's like, okay, cool. And so she brings K-Hole. And everybody's like, oh, we're going to ride horses, and that guy doesn't have working legs. And she's like, he'll be fine. And like, he's strutting around on the horse. And then eventually they go horse racing, which is super rad. He wins. And I'm like, why are you taking the credit? You were on the back of the horse. You clearly had the stronger horse.
When was this? What are you
This is
talking
her whole
about?
birthday celebration. You don't remember her birthday?
I thought
Did
I
you
did.
skip the whole birthday?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? What do you mean?
There were horse races?
Yeah, she and K-Hole went and raced horses. Because it was like a bet, and he's like, yeah, well, you're just a scaredy little bitch on a horse.
Yeah, and that's
And
how he
she's
got
like,
his
I'm not
horse.
scared, but she's like terrible at riding horses. And also she's terrified of them. And I'm just like, listen, he's willing to take all the credit. He's like, yeah, well, I hope you heal your lungs because you ate my dust, bitch. And she's like, all right, you're there to win race horses. So I guess I'll blow you.
Do you remember the breed of the horse he got?
Yeah, an Asterian. Well, so the one that he had at home is an Asterian stallion.
What is this one?
He got a knockoff Asterian stallion. It's really
I think it's
fast.
a nicer
No,
breed.
they're not. They're close. But that's where he takes a moment to brag. He's like, I have an Asterian stallion at home. And
It's
she's
a-
like, God damn. She's like, well, these guys are descended from those guys. And he's like, yeah, a little watered down. It's a quarter horse is what he's got. Like, it's fine.
They're called Muniki horses.
Oh, fuck, they do have a cooler name, though.
Yeah.
Moniki. Does Moniki make you think of butts?
Kind of, but I don't know why.
Because it's like being mooned and they're naked.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
know?
what it is.
Naked butts. Butt naked horses. Moon Nikki.
But I believe Nezrin gave the note no promises, right? By this point?
No, even better. She said, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the promises I made. You might as well do the same or don't. I don't give a shit.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, I was
She's like, I'm not keeping any of the promises I made. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll go get a blowjob.
It's like, all right,
Okay.
wasn't waiting anyways. Yeah, I think he was having an emotional affair,
Yeah, 1,000%.
but now it's separated. Okay, so they're at that. They need to go to the Oasis. They need an invite from Hassar. Back at the village area, Nezrin and Sartag made it to the watchtowers. Oh, let me go back. Back to Nezrin and Sartag, they made it to the watchtowers, and they're owl carvings, the symbol of Silva. And I have the question, Maeve has an owl on her shoulder.
She does. Also, the symbol of Silva. That was also discussed at the end of this book.
Yeah, is that who they're assuming is a shapeshifter? A fae that is a healer
Yes.
on her shoulder?
Yes.
All right, that's what I thought. The tower scene made me think of
Tomb Raider.
The Mummy.
Okay.
All the booby traps.
Boobies. Hey, the mummy had boobies in it too. I see where you're going with this. Felt a little trapped.
But as they were going through,
It was just
They were-
Indiana Jones, man.
there we go. That's what
It's
I was
so
actually
wild to
thinking
me.
of. Indiana Jones.
I like yours better because it had boobies. Yeah, Indiana Jones.
It was that style as they're going through, right? And you have all these little traps, and she's doing fantastic, and he's like constantly about to die as they're going through.
I'm just a trained warrior and a great flyer and all these things, but I'm too stupid to know that this is booby trapped. After I was specifically warned that it is definitely booby trapped.
But I found it really entertaining that on their way out, you can outrun everything. If you run fast, they did run fast enough. Everything was flying behind them. They
It's a
were
little
just
Indiana Jones-esque right there, too.
cooking.
The big rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The whole like tumbling through. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how they escaped. I was like, wait, what about the booby traps? No, that's not a problem.
Also,
You
they
run
heard the
fast
dog
enough?
yelp.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck is what? A dog? That's Falcon.
Correct. And they heard him cry out.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck? You guys just left him back there?
He died several times. I'm like,
Every time I turned around, that dude was on his deathbed. Every
he's
time.
surviving.
He is. And then they turn him into a fucking mouse at one point. And I'm like, come on.
I think he's a mouse currently on the ship. Like, he could be a regular person, but he's no.
He was
he's
when he
on-
was in her pocket.
Yeah,
he
because
was
she's
a pocket
flying.
mouse. Yeah, and I get it because it's like, oh yeah, well, it's not so crazy. Can you imagine how heavy you condense a man's mass into a mouse? This is a 200-pound mouse. He's got the density of tungsten. What sort of a fucking pocket is holding
That's
this
not
guy?
how shape-shifting works. It's magical.
Oh, I forgot about magic. All right, so fine, he's a regular ass mouse, but she's like, I pressed him up against rocks. You've held mice before, right? You know how easily squished they are.
He's not going to be squished.
He was squished.
Little.
He's been squished. He's been beat up. He's been squished. He's been bit. He's been attacked. And I cannot tell you enough how valuable that dude is.
What did you think about the sword that she found? And it's written in Fey tongue, and then the spider comes in and says, look up.
I thought it was a great play. I also realized that the Fae were a little bit stupid too.
Why
If the
did
creatures you're fighting are fucking spiders that can walk on a ceiling, I feel like booby trapping the floors was dumb. Like, you guys are the only ones limited to the floor. Like, what are you doing?
Well, Fae were able to shapeshift.
And why do we have high ceilings in these rooms? I can understand to maybe dissipate the heat, but we're left to believe that this is mountains. High ceilings in a mountain area?
It's a tower, a watch tower.
Yeah, you don't put the windows up at the top where nobody's looking. You could just have low ceilings. You don't need 15-foot tall ceilings in a room.
It would be really hot. And it's
No,
hot
it wouldn't.
down here.
It's literally in a mountain. You're way up in elevation. They even talk about how her feet are freezing all the time. I'm like, why? All the heat's up on the top where the spiders are hanging out. Faye, do better. You're how tall? They're 7 feet tall, 8-foot ceilings. We've solved this problem. Where can the 10-foot spiders not hide from us? How about on the 10-foot ceiling? This person bleeding out had time to write out an entire message that said, look up. What?
No, I think the sword has it carved, like it was forged that way.
No. So the writing on the sword is different. Then she's like, oh, what is this? Symbols written in what appears to be blood on the floor.
Oh, right.
And that's when she's like, I wonder what it says. Maybe I should copy this down. She's like looking for scrap paper somewhere. And the spider's like, no need. I'll read it for you. Look up. And they're like, oh my God, spiders. Like, it was crazy. And then this huge spider drops down, fights them. They got Fey weapons. Super bitchin'. I think that's great. But even the spider's talking shit about the Fey. It's like, these fucking idiots. Like, they booby-trapped the thing and all it did was become their prison. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, actually. And no wonder you guys have lived so fucking long. You guys used to eat Fey people. If you eat them and you gain their life force, how about the
They
people that
live
live for
long.
1,000 years? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why are we giving any silk to some dude for 20 years of immortal existence? They've really, like, that market, when the Fae were around, had to just be astronomical. Like, you'd be getting nothing for your life. Oh, 100 years? Yeah, that's nothing. A Fae guy just came in here and gave me 1,200 years 3 days ago for 6 ounces of that bad boy. You get 5 inches of spider silk. And what are we doing with it? Why is it so inherently valuable? What are other people using it for? I know it's very strong.
I thought it was similar to chainmail.
Okay, but for the amount of silk he has, it would bankrupt the kingdom that his dad has. So he has enough to build 1 chainmail suit of this spider silk. I would add it has saved him 0 times since he got it. It hasn't been fashioned into nothing useful. He just shows it to people randomly out of his pocket. And he's just like, I got pocket silk. Traded 20 years for it. And then he moves away. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything with it. What the fuck were you trading for it? Why? And it's like, well, it's so valuable. Well, he's not selling it, clearly. He's not a wealthy man.
He's not. What? I don't know what his plan is.
He just wanted pocket silk. He's like, I want everybody to know that I'm wealthier than any man alive. And also, a spider is like, yeah, for 20 years of a middle-ish fae, quarter fae sort of dude who's kind of a shapeshifter but sort of lousy at it. Yeah, I'll take 20 years out of you. What? The silk market is clearly absolutely befuddling. Because if you had a family that was really hard up, let's say my family's starving and we're poor and we live in Endovir, right? Or wherever the fuck those other spiders live. I'm like, okay, I'm 30 years old. What do I got left in the tank? Let's say 40 years. I'm going to go give them 40 years to give my family that fucking silk and be like, listen, I'm going to croak any day now. But you guys are taken care of for generations. Generational wealth for the cost of 20 years of your life? That's nuts.
It's like it could be assisted suicide too, which is...
But that's what we're all just trading time for money. He managed to trade 20 years of his life for a retirement that would cover a dozen generations. I will spend 50 years of my life working my ass off, and there will be no generational wealth for it.
And what's he doing? He's learning how to fight the one spider for the hopes to get 20 years back.
Yeah.
That was my argument earlier.
No, but this is what I'm getting at is even regardless of how he's currently spending his time, he hasn't even spent the fucking silk.
No,
he's not doing anything.
I wonder if in the next book it's going to be used to protect others.
Also, you're a shapeshifter, right? You have all the powers of the creatures you shapeshift into. Shapeshift into a small spider like you did.
And create
Later on,
the silk.
create your own fucking silk. Yeah.
Does it work like that?
I would imagine he could shit whatever he wants. If Rowan's out there shitting on boats and stuff.
Stop.
You don't think so? Rowan gets a cloaca and this guy can't get a little silk?
Rowan's not shitting on things.
I refuse to believe that
him.
I refuse to believe he flew for days and didn't activate the cloaca once. He gets wings but no cloaca.
Well, that's where some of these
He's
people...
just taking human shits every once in a while. That's nuts.
No. Vulcan was even asked some of these questions. And you know what? He didn't even answer them.
Yeah, of course he didn't, because he had the same questions I did.
Yeah.
Because that was, what's her name? Benzoyl phosphate. Borte. She was like, hey, I gotta know, like, what happens? And he's like, well, you see, when I'm a dog, I don't have a human penis. That would be crazy. Infer from there what you will. That's how I took it. Whatever he said, that's what I took it as. Sorry. We made it 3 chapters, and I have...
No, we kind of just talked about it. They saw that spider. They escaped that spider. They fought and sprinted, and if you run fast enough, the booby traps fail. There's a wolf.
What a wildly poor set of traps, I might add. Oh, no, the one thing is really bad against people moving briskly. Oh.
Vulcan followed them as a rook and then as a wolf. They return back to the Rukin, and Nezran tells Borte everything. I don't know what everything means anymore. It meant
the fucking
something when I
spider,
wrote
we
it.
found a bunch of weapons, which they later go loot, which I think is great.
Oh, I think she also tells her about everything going on in the other area.
She comes clean with a bunch of shit.
All of it.
And I'm sure it was mostly done in song and dance.
Irene and Kale have dinner with Asar and her family, and she shares that Aelin burned the sky and fought with Dorian. Oh, this is chapter 36. We just talked about that one. And Asar throws it in his face that he's been sleeping, or that Aelin's been sleeping around. Dick move. Kale couldn't promise that Aelin wouldn't steal their army on Irene's life. Caution comes to Kale's room, and he reveals that they provided Captain Rolfe with fire lances. And eventually, he doubles it.
Yeah, and Caution, man, he's actually a pretty stand-up dude. Granted, he doesn't become the Coggin.
No.
The only guy that becomes a Coggin is not in a too tropey of a way, but the one guy is like, I'm going to be with this famous lady instead of another common lady. Oh, too common? She's literally called Arrow of the World, or whatever the fuck they call her.
Neith's Arrow.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, God's chosen archer. Like, oh yeah. She's like, well, I'm not highborn. He's like, their stories are singing about you in the bars. It's crazy. And then his dad's like, you know what? Actually, I think you're the right man for the job. You've managed to tame that beast. And he's like, oh, how did you know? He's like, we could hear her singing from the mountaintops.
You're such an ass.
She's like, I hope he's gonna be king.
I really enjoyed the Enya version of her singing.
Yeah, that was my version of Enya I just did.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Oh, this stood out to me in chapter 37. In chapter 37, Nezrin drank fermented goat's milk.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it's just kind of cheesy, I think, at a certain point.
Yeah, it sounds like it's supposed to be an alcohol, but that doesn't sound like that would turn out right.
I'm trying to think of what that would be. It's just a White Russian, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Like a White Russian's vodka and milk, which just curdles the milk right away.
That's the chapter Nezrin sings.
I bet she does. She's all hammered on, what is it? Moldy goat tit?
Yeah, fermented goat's milk. They check out the watchtowers and they meet Borte's fiance.
Oh, yeah, dude, I like that guy.
Yeah.
He was kind of
Brief.
aloof, and then he was like, man, fuck you, bitch. You got nothing cool to say. And then later on, he comes and saves her, and she's like, all right, now go the fuck away. And he's like, all right, baby. It's like, I love you. And he likes her. I think it's so great. The way that he likes her, I really appreciate. Because they're competitive, and it's fun, and she kind of hates him. I like Borte a lot, too. I'm just liking all the grumpiest women in this. Ooh, and I like the main healer lady. I want to point that out, too, because she's kind of sarcastic and fun.
Irene or
No,
the
No, the boss one.
the boss one?
I can't.
That sounds like your type.
Yeah, I got a real thing for old women.
Kael can feel up to his knee. Kael interrupted a meeting and doubled Aylin's order and tells them they are foolish over what's about to come. And the king's daughter was murdered. And he's like, no, she wasn't. Irene and Kael argue. He compares Irene's loss to Aylin's and that Aylin hunted the people. But what did Irene do?
This was when he was lashing out, really talking about himself, but using her as an example. And she won an Oscar for crying because she knew that it wasn't really him talking about her, but she was just trying to piss him off and motivate her or motivate him.
Which pissed me off because I was mad at him. And she's like,
Your legs are working, see? Miracle Mile.
I knew you really didn't mean it. I'm like, no, he fucking said that, but I don't get over things that quickly like she did.
What are you talking about?
I know. Weird. You say something mean to me and I'm going to write it down on my notes app and like, I will never forget.
I know. That is the most dreaded thing for me is I'm like, oh man, if Adria has too much alone time left with her thoughts, she's going to dig right into those notes. This is bad.
No, it's okay though, because then we revisit at a different time and then I move past them and then they get deleted.
Okay. I didn't know what the schedule on that was.
No, it happens.
I didn't know if it ever gets clear.
But like Irene moving past that, I'm like, I didn't forgive you, Kael. That was a dick move.
I actually thought the same thing. In her justification for, he was just talking about himself and I knew it all along. Like, that's an incredibly mature way to look at this and one that I'm not mature enough to do.
He went from baby steps to smooching and humping.
Well, this is the thing, too. Like, he yells at her these obscenities, and she's like, hey, good news, your legs work. I knew I'd piss you off. And he's like, no, I've got an angry boner. And she's like, no, please, your legs barely work. He's like, I'll show you barely working. And then he throws his half-working penis out there.
No!
Like, it'll get better as you heal it. He's like, it's not due to the vulg. I actually have a disease.
Well, they start smooching.
They do that, yeah.
Irene lusting deeply after Kael and licked his sweat after his training. Oh, yeah. So he's walking
She's
now.
a freak.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, I left my man a little salty.
Yeah, they were
That was cool.
really into each other. Hussar will have her party. I was confused whose party it was. I was like, this is really weird. Hussar's having a party at her oasis, and it happens to be Irene's birthday.
Wait, while you were writing the notes, you didn't pick up on this? You were half asleep. There's no way. Because Irene brings it up, and she's like, oh my gosh. And Hussar's like, bitch, I have never had a friend as good as you. And then Irene and her do some battle later, and I think Irene shoves her into the pool, and it's a big thing.
Yeah. Also,
Hussar's wife is cool as shit, too.
Oh, really? So my note about Hussar's wife is her being a total hottie and she has big titties getting out of the pool. What? Irene notices this.
I thought she was pregnant also.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, but Irene noticed her getting out of the pool.
Okay. What's weird is
I thought ginormous boobs. It's not really what it's. Yeah, it's.
I can't believe
like
I missed that. God damn it! I thought that she was the pregnant one along with the other sister. I thought they were just two pregnant people chilling.
That's all the way. It's in chapter 44. Hold on.
Chapter 44. Irene was soaked in sweat, though it dried so quickly that she only felt its essence clinging. Thankfully, the oasis was shaded and cool, a large, shallow pool in its center. Horses were led into the heaviest shade to be watered and brushed down, and servants and guards claimed a hidden spot for their own washing and enjoyment. No sign of any sort of cave that Nusha had mentioned, or the city of the dead that Hussar claimed lurked in the jungle beyond. But the site was sprawling, and in a large pool. The royals were already soaking in the cool waters. Renya, Irene saw immediately, was only wearing a thin silk shift that did little to hide her considerable assets.
Okay, I took that as she had a pregnant belly, and I don't know why in my mind when I heard that I was just like, oh, she's wearing like a sheer thing trying to cool down because she's hot and pregnant.
No, she has huge assets.
Yeah, maybe she means
Very.
just crazy booties and boobies. You know, you're right. That's all that is. Wow. Oh, okay. I like her personality. Does that sound weird now? I like that she calmed down Hussar. Was kind of the moral of what it was.
What? She was laughing at Hussar.
That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah,
only
it did
reason
calm her
it
down.
broke the tension in Hussar would have felt like a real bitch sentencing Irene to death.
Yeah, that happens. But this back and forth, there's
I'm just realizing the entire mental image I have of every interaction with them is so vastly different now. Because for some reason I was like, oh, she's just a like late stage pregnancy. You know what I'm talking about?
There is a pregnant woman, but that was not.
I thought she and Duva were both pregnant, and for some reason in my head earlier when it was brought up, it's like, hey, we already worked our way into how the heir thing will work. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Her wife decided to be the one to get pregnant. Like, that's never even occurred to me that they could just decide who's going to do what. That's super rad.
So she's been pregnant since.
Literally since that moment, every single time I have heard about Hussar's wife, I'm like, oh, it's that sweet pregnant lady. And I just imagine she had like this glow about her in the way that pregnant women do. So whenever she's described as being pleasant or any of these things, I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Ginormous assets.
Yeah, and that is
8 months
the
pregnant.
last thing. So now I'm realizing that actually what's happening is when she's being described, she's kind of mildly being objectified.
Yeah.
Versus I was like, what a sweet, wholesome thing this was.
This also happened in the opium den.
What?
Yeah, describing her wife then, too.
Yeah, but I took it all as the glow of pregnancy. I'm not joking. Like the love she looked at her with, I was like, oh my gosh, it's because they're growing this life. Fuck, this really changes things. Because then I thought Hussar was like super soft for like this lady, which I guess she is, but mostly because she's like, you see my wife's tatties. I got the craziest bazongas in the kingdom. Like, she's
Yeah,
like,
no, she has a hot wife.
she's like, I don't need my pillows fluffed. I know I'll do it myself. Oh, that really changes things. Huh. Well, thanks. You ruined this book for me.
No problem.
Man, this was way more wholesome in my head. I cannot describe to you how much this very minor character change has very much shifted the way I'm looking at most of the things I've thought.
Well, during this same time, so they're going from the oasis to there, as that's happening, Nezran, Sartak, Falcon, they are going and checking out those spiders. There's a baby Rook. They go try to save that baby Rook.
It's clearly a fucking trap. Bunch
It
of
is.
idiots.
And Sartak, Falcon, Nezran run, and they lose Kadara. And then it goes into the baby Rook was killed. I'm like, fuck.
Just eaten. Just
They ran, not sure what happened to Kadara, and it ends with Kaol receiving a Muniki horse. And I think I was so caught up on the
well,
previous
not like
events.
received to keep. It's just what he gets to ride.
Oh, okay.
They gave him that horse, which was supposed to be like a very difficult to control, super fast. Kind of like how we currently view a
Yeah, and
that make sense?
that was part of my trivia question was, what type of horse is it? Arabian? Assyrian? Muniki? And I don't remember my fourth option.
Yeah, well, and if I was reading those, I would have probably still not guessed Muniki. Man, that's a fun thing to say.
And then it goes to they're at the oasis. Hussar's wife has huge tatties. Kaol and Irene find the burial site. And there was a first war before Terrasin and before Elena and Gavin were born.
Yeah, that's the one where the other people were there.
Kaol questions if these Fae came to hide from the wars and the healers are Fae descendants. Go back to the party. Hussar thinks Irene should marry Caution, and Kaol steps in and says she won't.
Yeah, but also, shut the fuck up, K-hole. Let her speak for herself. She's a woman. She can speak for herself, and then whatever she says, you back up.
And Irene pushes Hassar in the pool.
Yeah, which was a tense moment.
Yeah, I
But
thought they were going to
Then
be
10 points because the wife, who we now know
Yep.
is considerable assets, and caution. Everybody's giggling about it. They're breaking the tension right away. They're like, your hair looks flat as fuck, you dumb bitch. And she's like, okay, well, why don't you go away before I have you killed?
rather than going through the rest of these chapters, some of the major things, there's Irene gets a locket from Kale. I thought the locket was to hold the third word key.
Oh,
It wasn't. It was for a note
yeah.
that she always holds. I thought I was really onto something.
Yeah, well, we know who wrote the note.
Aelin. Oh, and they also bang.
Yeah. Okay, in a tent in the fucking oasis.
Yep.
That's a very public fucking. You talk about a dude that clearly handles himself well. Caution? Like, imagine you were like super in love with somebody and you just heard him loaded up a storm in the tent next door. Like, that would fuck me up a little bit. I'd be like, God damn it, dude. That guy's legs just started working. Give him a fucking minute and let me get out of here.
Then it goes back to the spiders. We kind of know that Nezrin set it up. We hear the whole story. Ryan is right. Ryan is right. Ryan is right.
Also, can we admit that's the weirdest, shadiest exposition spider? I didn't see that coming.
I really enjoyed the story, though.
I did too, and the voice she used was so perfect for the spider. And the way that she's like, I'll grant you this one thing. That's not an exact version of what that lady's voice is, but the way it was, the information was given to her, we're given a reason for the exposition, but we're also kind of not.
It felt like we finally got the real story.
Yes, and I was grateful for it. I'm just saying the setup for getting that much exposition seemed like she had thought that she would come up with something better for us to get that story, and instead was like, nah, I guess I'll just have the spider do it. And that works.
Well, I think it needed to be the spider. The spider seems to be the only creature on this planet that knows the truth.
Oh, dude, I completely disagree. I think Erwin would have been Erwan. Erwan?
Erewhon.
Erwan. I think he would have been the right dude to give it exposition, because you would then see him as somebody that's giving you actual information. Also, you're against him in struggling with what you're going to believe and what you're not going to believe from him. Would be really tough.
Well, I'm glad we finally got the information. And I think this explains why Brandon left for Terracin
I agree.
to get away.
Yep.
Nezrin burns the place down. Falcon shares that he's been looking for his niece while buying them time. I thought he died. I thought that's why he was sharing that touching story. No.
I think he thought he was going to die, to be
Yep.
fair.
They're saved. Back to Kale. His room is trash. They only have one book. They think it's the servant girl, or Irene does. Turns out servant girl was actually genuine.
Dude, I was so wrong about her too. Turns
Yeah,
out
you
I was
thought it
so
was-
suspicious.
Yeah, you and Irene. They go
Me,
to
myself, and Irene.
Hafiza. That's that one woman that you like.
I do like her.
Irene figures out it's parasites. Kale brings up Athral's ring, friend of King Brannon, and Maeve, forged by Mala. But Mala loves Brannon, not Athral. Why would she make it for him, other than there's lies involved? Tapestry has an owl, which is Athral's form, but is also Silba's symbol. They think the ring was made by Silba.
Holy shit, the L that sits on Maeve is Athril.
Yeah,
God damn it.
and Athral is a healer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I just thought it was a random healer that could turn into an owl until just now.
So
I'm
was
an
it
idiot.
not, was the ring not made by Mala?
I think it might have been still made by Mala. I'm starting to wonder if it wasn't made by Maeve to prevent the main healer guy, from going to the side of the other Volk people.
I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what? All I know is that we can't trust anybody's memories or thoughts anymore either.
So Irene gets the necklace from Hafiza. She's been
I
kidnapped.
took a necklace from Hafiza to show Avicii I was cool.
They're down under the library.
I come
Princess
from a land
Falk.
down under.
Tumulin suspected her. Tumaloon suspected her, so the Vogue made Duva push her from the balcony. Duva is also pregnant and armed with a knife. That was how it was kind of written, and I found that really funny.
Yeah.
She's pregnant and she's armed with a knife.
She's got a baby and a knife.
Irene has Silba's full gift, and Aelin guided her to get her to the Torre. Kale dodged a bullet, took a bullet, but whatever, magic shot to his back, and crawled to Irene. And that's where at the beginning of this whole conversation, I was like, oh my God, he's really turned around. This is incredible. The person that he's become. And I was like, you're still a dirtbag with your past.
Yeah, and to be fair, the one thing he's been trained for is self-sacrifice. Like, I do think that he's a complex figure. I'm going to say this. He's complex. I don't have to agree with his decision-making to find him entertaining. He's not my least favorite character still. Like, to judge him entirely based off of his cheating, we'd have to do the same thing with Aelin. And we're not willing to do that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because they both did leave on a note that they were a thing.
Yeah. Even if she's like, not really, but I'll be back. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
But I like Aelin more than Chaol, so...
I like Aelin at least as much, probably more than Chaol. I think I just don't like, I don't know. You know what? The people who I care about now, the old ladies, all the old ladies, I want to know where everybody's mom's at, first of all. I'm still struggling because I don't know where Lady Coggan is. I don't know where Dorian's mom is. Don't know where Cahol's mom is.
We've never been told that.
No, but we should. We should be curious about this.
Well, neither...
She's the one that loved Cahol. And his dad. We did get a little bit about Cahol's dad. When Elena was in his head. He finally reached a point of understanding about his dad, too. And I think that's super cool. Where he's like, my dad wasn't pissed because he didn't want me to follow my own path. My dad was pissed because I was walking into the goddamn lion's den. And he was semi-aware there was something off. Even if he didn't know what it all was, he was trying to protect me. And then he kept showing back up there to try to lure his ass home to get him out of it. Now, I do think communication could have been really important in this scenario.
But would that have been a bigger danger to their lives by discussing it?
I mean, and this is the thing. Potentially it would have been. But I do find the fact that we learned Cahol's dad is not just an asshole. He was maybe an asshole, but he was also trying to be a good dad. And I really liked it. I'm a simp for fucking good parenting.
Yeah.
I fucking, every time I'm like, God damn it, it's a hard gig. And that fucker, he fucked it up, but he was trying. And I like that. I love that in my stories. Too many of these stories are all about the dead parents.
Yeah, they really kill parents off pretty quickly.
They're always dead. They get rid of all of us.
Chaol gets married, and Sartak is the next heir, and he is going to marry Nesrin, it sounds like.
Yeah, fucking, it's wedding season in Aurelia. Is that where we're at?
I forgot the name of this
I think that's the continent, right? I think it's the continent of Aurelia.
That's where they're going back to.
Oh, shit. Well.
And the armies are headed there, and that's the end of the book.
That's it. That's all that happened.
There's no third word key. I really thought we were going to find that one.
I could have swore we knew where it was. Maybe we don't.
No, Manon and Dorian are looking for it.
We don't know. You're correct.
And it all finishes up in one book. There's only one book left.
Yeah, I do think, though, these books are long enough that the next one will not be so glacially paced. Shit's going to happen. I'm so excited because the way the next book starts is going to have to be Aelin in her Iron Maiden suit, you know, or helmet or whatever the fuck she's wearing. And they're going to try to figure out how to toast that thing off of her.
I'm so excited and so sad that it's coming to an end. It's been a long, enjoyable journey. This book I didn't really enjoy that much, but it's fine.
The last bit of this book is awesome. And I've done a lot of bitching about these characters. It's not that there's a problem with the characters. I think it's a problem with the pacing with these characters. I'm getting to know them too well.
I know you too much.
I think that's really it. I think it's just like people. The more you get to know them, the more you're like, man, I don't really love that. Very few people, do you meet them, get to know them super well and like them more. Like, pretty rare. I've found like one person in my life that way. That's why I've chosen to spend the rest of it with you.
Isn't there like some phrase about if you have a crush on someone, the best way to crush it or to lose that crush is to get to know them?
Yeah, familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
Is the phrase that I'm familiar with. I think I said familiar correctly a couple times there. Hope you guys enjoy that.
We made it through. There's one book left. I want to break it.
Yeah, I'm not looking at this like we made it. I'm glad we did it.
I want to break the next one into thirds.
Okay.
It's a very big book.
It probably needs to be real honest.
Very long. It's the longest one.
Do we start Crescent City after this?
No. I believe we go into Akatar next.
Do we really?
Yeah.
I'm weirdly excited for that too.
I need to check on my timeline because we are behind our book club. And
I'll get behind you.
Knock it off. I love you.
I love you.
You are my bestie.
Oh, wait, no, we're ending this?
That's it.
Oh, you're my bestie.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
Dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a two-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I would say love you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.